According to the United Nations Children's Fund's provision, every child must have the right to proper care and meaningful education. Its key goal is to ensure that governments are increasingly influenced by awareness and protection of child rights. On a daily basis, child abuse is on the increase. To end all forms of violence against them and ensure their rights are protected, state governments and community-based organizations must walk the talk. The SOS Children Village, in partnership with the Child Protection Network, launched the Child Care for Me initiative with a sensitization campaign. The children with different placards moved in procession on the streets of Isolo Local Council Development Area and Oshodi Isolo Local Government Area to enlighten the public on child protection from violence, exploitation and abuse.
What we are doing with the children today and everyone here is to call on you and your office to see what you're doing to ensure that children have better protection in the community and in schools as well. And we're also calling on government to do more to ensure that our children are better protected, to ensure that they get adequate care, and to ensure that they get all they need to be the best. So that's why we are here to call on you. And most importantly, that there is need to put an end to the violence that children suffer in this time we are in.
In fact, it's a good initiative because we need to let everybody know what is happening in the country, and what they are doing. I'm in support of it. It's just by making sure that they know, by advocating, by doing programs every day, and by even having a stakeholders meeting so that they'll keep on reminding them that these people, when they do it, they should go to jail.
To all our children here, education is a right, not a privilege. A quality education is a right to you, and as a government, we are responsive. We are well informed about the need to make sure that we get a good education, because all of you here are the leaders of tomorrow.
We have yellow card here to give to every offenders, those who have molested, abused and destroyed the future of our children. Lagos will not take it lightly with them any longer. That is why we are on the street now to tell them, yes, we have a right as a child in Lagos State. Starting from the teachers and their parents, they can be sued at any time with the law right now. I want to appreciate SOS and others. It should not just be in Oshodi Isolo alone. It should go across the state and across Nigeria, because an injury to one is injury to all. So we must be able to propagate this to a larger extent.
From there, the sensitization train moved to the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Alausa, to seek government support. Representative of the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Alaba Fadairo, reaffirmed the state government's stance on zero tolerance to all forms of abuse.
There are a lot of structures in place to ensure that your rights are not violated. Anybody that violates the rights of a child is being taken up by the law and is being prosecuted. In all our schools now, there are training going on safety, how you realize when danger is around, and who and who to call, what numbers, the helplines you can call, so that people can come to your rescue. And I'm sure in your schools you are being taught now that you have to be mindful. If you see any stranger around you, you must do what? You must report. Lagos State government is making sure that everywhere is made safe for the children in the state.
At a symposium to intensify the campaign, the organizers want relevant laws be implemented.
The Child Protection Network, in partnership with SOS Village Nigeria, is collaborating with the federal government and Lagos State government priority actions in ensuring zero tolerance to all forms of violence against children in Isolo. I want to challenge every one of us to know here, particularly the adults, that it's our joint responsibility to ensure that we protect our children from all forms of violence.
Commissioner for Ministry of Youth and Social Development, Uzamo Takimbile, and the Superb Chairman, Gani Ushukpeyin, both represented, say with advocacy, violence against vulnerable persons will be eradicated.
Lagos State government, through the ministry, has a vibrant, proactive, and effective child protection unit, preventing violence, abuse, exploitation, neglect, child trafficking, and respond effectively when any of their formations occurs, and providing necessary treatment in the best interest of the child.
Going through the statistic, we will be able to know that most of the children that were victims of child abuse falls under our care. The students, we are trying our best, working with our Ministry of Youth and Social Development.
We should ensure that their children go to school. They should not allow their children to walk and go out at night. They need to teach their children sexual education and how to prevent them. Government should ensure that children don't hop on the road and children go to school. I'm happy to be a part of this program and violence. I'm begging the government to please ensure that all children go to school and it should not be used for housemaid.
Parents should look after their children well. They should monitor their children as well, where they put their children, when they are going to school. They should be careful of even neighbor. Know your neighbor well before you put your child in their custody. That my neighbor, look after my child for me. Know them well.
The fight against child abuse is a collective one, and members of the society are encouraged to say and do something when they see something.